Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was Neglected and Left Elemental Nations. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted movie. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy Jabron Fade Gaming for suggesting me this idea. Now before continuing this, to be honest, he wanted me to make, Naruto X Dragon Ball crossover and make a ship of Naruto X Gohan's twin sister. Now what I'm gonna do here is, instead of Reddit's, I don't know what his name is, I think it's Reddit's, yeah, whatever that guy's name was, Goku's brother that comes in Dragon Ball Z beginning. Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up and make it look like it's actually Goku's sister actually. So yeah, that is going to be Naruto's ship in this series. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato. As we go towards the said village to see that it was a peaceful night, and the villagers were on and about as usual that night as well. And the shinobis were patrolling around and returning from the outskirts of the village to their home to rest. As suddenly they all froze in terror because in a mere moments, in blink of an eye, behind them a huge figure towering all over their village was standing. And that figure was none other than Kyuubi no Yoko, the strongest Biju in the whole elemental nations. And suddenly the sirens blared throughout the whole streets. People began to evacuate to safe shelters while the shinobis rushed towards the front lines to stop the Biju in its track and defend their home. And taking their charge was the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, and their current Hokage, Minato Namikaze, was nowhere to be seen. And that was because he was currently busy with dealing an intruder, the said person who unleashed the Biju upon their home. As we see Minato panting heavily while standing a few feet apart from the said intruder. I must say, Minato Namikaze, you have done well, but let me tell you this. No matter you might have won this battle, but I will be the one in the end who will win the war. Mark my words, I will be back, and the next time when I will, you will regret it, and powerless enough to do nothing. And with that, the man disappeared into thin air, as Minato just stood there and calmed his nerves. And that is when we see him opening his eyes with a newfound determination. I gotta do this. I have to do this. I'm sorry, Kushina. I have to. And then he disappeared in a yellow flash, as now we see him appearing into the outskirt of the village where the Kyuubi was fighting on top of a huge toad that he has summoned. His name was Gama Bunta, as he was the chief toad. As he unsheathed his katana, Bunta, you already know what to do. Buy me enough time. Kid, you're seeing this, right? This is the Kyuubi no Yoko. This is no joke. I can buy you mere moments, or at least I will try my best to. What you gotta do it fast, kid. That'll be more than enough. As now we see Minato dash towards town, as did his clones, and they were already preparing an altar. And placing there were his 3 kids that were born today, the triplets. As we see Hiruzen dash towards him after seeing that Bunta was aiding his forces. What the hell went wrong, Minato? I thought everything was under control. Everything was. Kushina is knocked out cold. She's barely alive, thanks to chakra pills and the medics arriving there. What about the others? They're, I'm afraid, still in critical condition. What happened? Not time enough to explain now. I'll explain later. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna use the Hakai Fuin seal. But Kushina told me that we might be able to bargain with the Shinigami. Shinigami? Minato. You know what you're doing, right? Bargaining with Shinigami will cost you a lot, more than your soul. Always remember that. Not like we have any other choice. This is the only thing we can do right now. And I have to do it. As now we see Minato begin to prepare the Hakai Fuin seal, and after the hand seals were made, the Shinigami begin to appear. As Minato then went, as Kushina told him, into a bowing stance. Shinigami-sama, I would like to make a contract with you. I would like you to seal away the cube no Yoko into my three children. As the Shinigami's eyes glowed, and in a mere instant, the Kyuubi that was fighting Gamabunta and all disappeared, and time froze for everyone as Minato then sighed, as Shinigami then spoke through her horrifying visage. You know what you have said, right? And I have agreed. Rarely do I ever make contract with humans. The last human I made contract with made me regret it. But if you do, you will face the consequences. Whatever you wish. I will take away one of your most precious things if that happens, Minato. Are you up for it? I accept the terms. I promise I wouldn't disappoint. What do I have to do? In return of this contract, live your life, and the contract will be fulfilled. But always remember this. Everything, or anything, could be a test of mine. That if you fail, I will fulfill the contract as I said. As Minato gulped, I accept the terms. Good, said Shinigami. The contract has been made and sealed. As a scroll appeared, and this scroll justifies that. It will be kept with me all the time. Enjoy the life that you have on lease, Minato Namikaze, and do not make me regret my actions. And with that we see Shinigami disappear as Minato was raining cold sweat everywhere as time returned back to its normal self, and everyone was now standing there quite shocked. As Gamabunta then said, Huh? Where did the Kyuubi disappear off to, Minato? Everything is fine, Bunta. You can rest, friend. Finally. I'm gonna need some sake. As after that we see Bunta disappear. As the shinobis begin to cheer after their Kage said these words, but Hiruzen looked towards Minato, being near him, and saw his condition. Minato, what is wrong? You don't look good. Yeah, you were right. She had a threatening aura around her. But luckily enough, I was able to convince her. And everything will be revealed in the council meeting. I would like to share this matter with the council. Are you sure about this? If I was you, I would have been walking on eggshells by now. I know. And I am going to be walking on a lot of eggshells, trust me. And that is when we see Kakashi arrive there. Kakashi, what are you doing here? Said Minato. I told you to watch over Kushina. She's out of the comatose state and is awake. And she's on her way here. I tried to stop her. I'm just a clone. The real one is still with her, trying to stop her at any point. And that is when we see the clone dispersed, as Kushina's voice was heard. Minato Namikaze, what the hell went wrong? And what did you do? A masked person attacked us, Kushina. So it wasn't a dream. She said, no it wasn't. It was real as it could get. Then what happened to the Kyuubi? I had to go with the plan B. You... How could you do this without my consent? I didn't have any choice. Otherwise our village, our home would have been turned into nothing. As Kushina then remained quiet. And that is when an envoy arrived. Hokage-sama, what is it, Parrot? The council has gathered in the council chambers, and they request your presence alongside with Hiruzen Sarutobi-sama's. We will be there, said Hiruzen. Hi. Then I'll take my leave. As after that we see Kushina and Minato picked up their children and now entered the council chamber, where we see Kakashi with them as he was holding on to one of them, as everyone was looking at them. As Tazumina said, Damn, Kushina, who knew you were going to give birth to 3, not 2? As Kushina blushed, Congratulations to you, Minato. And you do as well, Kushina, said Hiyashi as everyone was now congratulating them. Thanks, guys. Ahem, said Danzo. I believe that time will come later. Many of our shinobis and peoples have, let's not forget, died today. As everyone then got serious. It is true, Danzo. Like in general, life is as such, one loss and one's happiness. It is as the cycle goes on. That it may be, my friend, but that is something regarding our village that we need to talk about. What happened, Kushina? I thought you had everything under control, and we made sure that this doesn't happen. We were attacked by a masked person. He had a Sharingan. What? Said Fugaku. Wait, you think that? I don't think that. I know so, but it wasn't from the Uchiha clan, that's for sure. It could be either a person who has stolen a dead Uchiha's eye, or a person who we don't know. Maybe a Uchiha who was MIA and returned back for vengeance for some reason. Who could do that? He claimed to be Madara Uchiha though. Madara? As the elder jolted hearing that name, as the younger generation was frozen for a moment as well, because they knew who Yami no Shinobi was. That can be great. Well, he was able to manipulate the QB, and as he said that he was able to do with the Shodai's battle. That is true. Said Koharu, remember when Hashirama Sensei told us, all of you. It is true. The last time QB attacked was when Madara was able to control it. If it is really Madara, then what are we gonna do? Minato, said Danzo, as Hiruzen and the rest also looked concerned. And seeing them concerned, the Civilian Council and the Shinobi Council was now concerned as well. He said that he will be back for the Biju, but thankfully enough, that wouldn't be possible. And how would you mean that? Fortunately, I was able to make a deal with Shinigami. But you made a contract with Shinigami? Said Danzo, quite intrigued at the same time shocked. That is quite shocking, Minato. But, continue on. The QB soul and the chakra split it up. My youngest, Naruto, I think he possesses the soul, while the others, they possess the chakra. And we think that it might be best to keep them hidden and separate for their own safety. One child with Kushina, one child with me, and one child will remain here. What do you mean by that? That cannot be, good, Minato. Yeah, that is what we originally planned to do, until me and Kushina discussed something going back here. We think it would be better if Naruto was kept into the orphanage, while we raise the kids here. And what kind of logic is that, to be honest? Said Hiyashi, as he was quite confused with their statement. He was happy that they were gonna stay here, but why the third one? Well, we think that the soul might try to steal away the chakra, or the QB might, even if they are close. So, yeah, we have to try. I mean, the Shinigami has told us that it will honor its contract, but if a mistake on my side, which I know I will try my best to avoid, is made accidentally, then there will be heavy price to pay. And Shinigami asked me that it will take the most precious thing to me away from me. And to me, that is my people and their safety, this village. And I cannot let that happen. As everyone was quite happy with his statement and agreed to it in an instant. Even Hiruzen somewhat agreed, because he knew that by doing this, there might be a chance that Shinigami might get offended. But what if it is a test all this time? So, let me get this straight. Satsumi, what happens to the pup? We will, visit him. We will not keep anything hidden from him. Everything will be revealed to him. He will just stay in the orphanage, that's all. I see. Alright then, if nothing is hidden, then I'm okay with it. In the end, it will be the kid's choice to, agree to you or disagree to you. As after that, the council meeting was adjourned after discussing some further matters, and now, as agreed, things in exchange were made, as Naruto was handed over to the orphanage Modric, as years begin to pass. As now we see 8-year-old Naruto waiting into the orphanage once again this year on his birthday, October 10th, for his parents to arrive. They told him that they will be coming there with his siblings. As orphan Modric arrived there, her name was Mina. Hey, Mina-san, what do you think? Are they gonna come or not? To be honest, Naruto, Hokage's job is never easy. And maybe he might be busy, that's all. Oh, do you mind taking me there? You know what? How about that? Since he might be busy and he told me not to visit, that he will be the only one visiting to keep you safe. How about we go out and have ramen? Really? That sounds fun. Yeah, and it's been a long time since we spent time together, Naruto. As orphan Modric, Mina and Naruto has gotten close, and somewhere akin to like that of an older sister taking care of her younger brother. And now we see both of them going towards Naruto's favorite place, Ichiraku Ramen stand. And as they were close, they saw flaps open and a family leave. And Naruto stopped there, and so did Mina, as her eyes widened as she paused. This was the Namikaze Uzumaki family, and they were celebrating and were happy. And instead of going toward the orphanage, they seemingly looked to be going towards the opposite direction, indicating that they were going home. As then she looked towards Naruto. Naruto? Wait. As Naruto didn't say anything as he dashed to the other side. As she yelled out, Naruto! Wait! And this was heard by the Namikaze Uzumaki family as they stopped. Their eyes widened as they saw Naruto's running with Sage. As Minato then looked towards her. Mina-san? What is going on here? Wait. Damn it, Minato, we forgot about him again. As Banman Mito looked down. We're sorry. We didn't mean for this to happen. It's not your fault, kids. It's our... I can't believe this, Okage-sama. How could you do this? But why did you bring him out? He was, waiting for you, as usual, and you were being late, so I thought you were busy with your work, so that is why you couldn't come up and show up. And I thought maybe I should cheer up his mood to bring him to Ichiraku Ramen, and we were just going there. Damn it. He might be going back to the orphanage. We must head there now. Wait. How about you grab a present before going? Yeah, that might be great. As this was going on, a being was watching this from the shadows. As it clutched the wall it was hiding behind. Those idiots. As now we go towards Naruto, while the Namikaze Uzumaki family went towards a toy shop. As we see Naruto hiding inside a forest. As his sniffles could be heard. He was trying to be quiet as possible because he knew, because of Mina-san, that there were many vicious monsters here. And if he were caught by them, he would end up becoming their food, and that is something that he didn't want it. But unfortunately, luck wasn't on his side, and a huge centipede appeared and charged towards Naruto. Naruto's eyes widened, but instead of freezing there in horror, he literally listened to his instincts and run as fast as he could. He tried to evade, but there were some bruises and gashes that, were forming on his body because of hitting continuously branches and as well as avoiding the attacks, until a slash from the centipede's tail was made on his back, sending him flying over a cliff to the other side, deep down on the other side of the forest. As he crashed down, he looked up, but he was in deep pain. He couldn't even move a muscle, as tears were welling up in his eyes. And that is when his vision began to go blurry until he saw someone was standing over him. Who are you? Help me. Do you want to go away from here? Do you want a family that loved you? Do you want to start over? Yes. As that is when we see Naruto, eyes completely closed. And now we see the hooded figure that was standing there while Naruto, was left unconscious, hovered his hand over him, and Naruto disappeared. As now we see the figure chuckle. I told you I'll take away the most precious thing, Minato Namikaze. And now you will pay. On the other side, we see the Namikaze Uzumaki family and Mina-san arrived back at the orphanage and searched all over, everywhere, to find Naruto, but they couldn't find him anywhere. Where could he have gone? Maybe he... I don't know. He usually just stays in his room and read the books that you gave him. That's all. As now we see that Minato was looking at his son's room, his youngest room. He rarely ever visited Naruto, and whenever he did, he was busy trying to, get back to his work. Never usually spending time with him. And today, in particular, he was having a bad feeling about him. Like it was the last time that he was ever going to see his son or something like that. But he did not knew that it was going to be the worst nightmare sooner or later. As now we see, his sudden bad feelings become more and more evident. I'm gonna call Anbus to search for him. Hokage-sama, you don't have to. Enough. As Minato said with authority, Anbu, Search for Naruto, high and low. As after continuous 2 hours of search, we see Anbu's return back with blood traces of Naruto. Hokage-sama. In the forest of death, down to the cliff, we found blood traces. And a lot of blood there, a puddle. And it matches Naruto. Kun's blood. What do you mean, Kakashi? Yes, we checked, and it matches yours DNA. Indicating that it is Naruto's. And it's fresh, like an hour or so ago. And there were signs of a big centipede as well. Centipede? No. As Minato slumped down, as all color was drained from his face, the only thing that was left was regret, guilt, and tears. As Kushina was now down on her knees as well, grabbing her heart, her eyes almost popping out of her eye sockets after hearing the news. As for Menma and Mito, they didn't know what to do. They were numb. Even if they lived separately, they adored their brother. They always talked about their brother, but their parents, usually tried to keep them occupied. Didn't want them to meet because of the fear that the QB soul might take back the chakra. That was the very reason in the first place they were keeping Naruto away, in their own perspective, but in the end, they never cared about anyone's feelings except themselves. I want the centipede found now. I want that creature to be killed. Oh, what a pitiful creature you humans are, said a voice. As everyone was on alert except for Minato, he was frozen. And that is when a hooded figure appeared in front of him. I told you. I warned you. No, it can't be. Why you? Why? Why him? I told you I'll take away the most precious thing. And for a parent, the most precious thing is a son. And for you, it is a son who you couldn't live up to as a father figure. And you failed him. You couldn't make things right. I told you everything was a test. Or maybe only one thing was. But you never looked the underneath. I suppose that is what you shinobis lack, obviously. Give him back, please. I promise I'll make things right. Like I will do that. He has made a contract with me. I sent him to a place separate from this world. Somewhere safe, where he will be raised with love and care that he deserves. Please, we want our brother back. No. But you see, my sister Kami still doesn't want to give up on this world, even after I show her how fickle it is. So, I have switched the roles of the child of prophecy down to your two children. Now it is their will. Raise them, train them, and prepare them for the battles that their brother was supposed to fight in their stead. And he could have, with his love and kind heart, won that battles easily. Shinigami's cold silver eyes pierced through them all as they all flinched and looked down. And you have done a great deed, Mina-san. Or should I say, my servant. As Mina then transformed into Shinigami's angel and turned to her son, Mina's son. I am Mina, that archangel, soldier of the Shinigami, and I was sent here to look out for the child of prophecy and guide him, if in any case his parents make a mistake. And guess what? You did. And now he is somewhere safe. Some place where you, of all people, can't reach and would not see. As after that we see, her wings flared as she disappeared, and so did Shinigami. Did not disappoint us for the last time, or otherwise this world will be doomed. As after that we see the Shinigami disappear and leaving Minato and everyone with a shock-filled expression. Both 8-year-old looked at his parents. Is that the reason why you separated Naruto from us? The prophecy? Your godfather, he told us that you might be... Listen, kid, enough, Do-chan, said Menma as he adjusted his glasses. We heard enough. As Shinigami said, if we don't do our duty now, or what was our, brother's duty, we might all end up being wiped out because of your mistakes. Please let us make that correct now. Come on, Mito. We have a lot of work to do. As now both of the parents were proud at the same time guilty because their youngest was, well, the oldest was acting mature, but way too much mature, and blaming them because it was right to blame them for all the things they have caused. And soon after, within few months, the whole news spread out. The civilians, the the shinobis, and everyone was quite, well, angry at them because of their decisions. But deep down, they always knew that they were the ones who supported them blindly, so it was bound to happen. The only person who didn't say a word was Hiruzen Sarutobi, even if he at the time agreed. As he then said, well, at the time I agreed because everyone was agreeing. And I thought that if what you say is true, then it might be for the best. But later on, what followed was, well, I'm not gonna comment on that because you have been neglectful, Minato. And now, well, as they said, Naruto is somewhere safe. So let him be. We should trust their words. But he's my son. He's mine and Kushina's son. He should be here with his family. He should be here with us. You should have thought about that beforehand, you know? Said Tizumi as she got up. I told you. I told you that something about this doesn't feel right, Minato. And you, of all people, didn't listen. Now we gotta reap what you saw. So, let's do it. And let the kid live. As now we go towards Naruto. As you see him opening his eyes, his blurry vision coming to a stop. And in front of him was a spiky-haired, black-haired man wearing orange dress standing. Hi there. My name is Goku. Or Son Goku. Nice to meet you. What's your name, little guy? Goku, said a woman as she slammed her fist on the said man's head, as a blue-haired woman was standing there. As she then began to yell at the man. He's just woken up from a comatose state, and this is the first question you ask? Don't be so aggressive. Geez, Bulma, you could have said something nice. I mean, seriously? As Bulma, no, the woman named Bulma then said, Hi there, cutie. My name is Bulma, and I'm the one who, well, brought you, fixed you back up. And this numbskull over here is the one who found you at the top of a mound full of ice. What were you doing there? As Naruto then calmed his nerve, and a voice within him told him that he could trust them for some reason. As he said, My name's Naruto, and where am I? Well, you're at Japan, and to be honest, you're at Capsule Corps right now. My home, said Bulma. I see. And that is when Naruto saw a weird hairline and weird-haired man arrive there. So you are the kid with power level over 8,000, huh? Geez, Vegeta. You and your, well, scouter. Why are you always looking for power levels, even in humans? He's not normal, Kakarot. Even if he looks like that, he is different. I can see it. Why can't you? I mean, hey, I do sense some ki within him, but it's not tamed and refined at all. Ki? You mean chakra, right? As an old man wearing a shell then arrived. Hey, what are you all guys doing here? I told you to wait outside. And that is when we see a kid arrived there. And that kid was none other than the carbon copy of the said man who said his name was Goku. Hi there, my name is Goten. How old are you? I'm 8. Hi, I'm Naruto Goten. Whoa, you're 2 years older than me. I guess that makes you my older brother or some kind. Older brother? Naruto, do you have any parents or anyone who we can contact? As Naruto for a moment was quiet. No. I'm orphan. Oh, sorry to hear that. As everyone else then got serious. As Bulma then said, You see, sweetie, you are quite literally bleeding out, and you needed a lot of blood. And since only Goku was the one whose blood matched your, well, blood, we had to do a blood transfusion. And yeah, it kind of went too well. Your wounds were healed, but you got my Saiyan powers. How cool is that? Saiyan powers? Kakarot, you idiot. You see, we are a proud race called Saiyans. Fierce warriors who battle and gain strength while battling. And this numbskull over here was the source of your blood transfusion, meaning that he, being a Saiyan, gave his blood to you. But the blood transfused into your DNA way too much strongly, making you a half Saiyan like my son, and his sons as well. Oh, I see. Is that good or bad? What do you mean it's bad? I mean, I have a sparring partner now, and so could be said for Vegeta. He's just a kid, and he, if anything, is not a sparring partner, Kakarot. He is our student. Whoa, what do you mean our student, Vegeta? You already have your son to deal with, and so have I. And that is when a cat with purple ears appeared there, alongside with an weird hair looking man with blue skin. Wait, why is there a cat there? And how are you walking? Oh, I see. So this is the person that was sent here from different dimension. Guess what? They were found by the people already, whom they were, well, going to be sent. Lord Beerus? Ah, yes, Whis, you are indeed correct. Whoa, what do you mean, Beerus-sama? Said Goku. Well, you see, Goku, your old friend. Oh, you mean Zeno-sama? Yes. He and another Pantheon from different timeline and dimension were friends, and after seeing what Naruto has went through, Zeno-sama took pity on him and sent him here to you to be a Saiyan. So that is why we were surprised to see when he didn't show up there. Instead, he was, well, by a mistake sent it here. Well, actually, I was training on a mountain top with Vegeta. We were going to start out a full-blown battle until he appeared out of nowhere. I see. Well, I'll look into it and see what mistakes were made. Oh, and Goku, your sister might be visiting you soon, said Beast. Wait, what? Sister? Turns out your father Burdock was alive, and so was your mother Guinea. They reunited, and one thing led to another. But she's quite young, though. Almost, if I may say so myself, this kid's age. What's her name? Her name's Goki. Goki? Like my name? Yes, but that's a Saiyan name, Kakarot. Popular amongst female generals. Even my mother name was that. Nice name picked for a female Saiyan, I must say so myself. As after that, Beerus saw that Naruto was looking at him. So the orange fox has awoken. As out of nowhere, all of them saw that a fox visage was formed. As an orange glowing head of fox looked at the figure in front of him. You have the same level of chakra as me. Chakra? I'm in my base form, if that's what you mean. And you, I believe, are not at full power as well. If anything, you could be named the God of Destruction in this region as well, my friend. So you are the God of Destruction here. That is intriguing. Yes, intriguing indeed. And I presume that you would not cause any problem or trouble here. Not at all. You wouldn't hear a peep from me. I'm just gonna relax and enjoy my life. Good. And after that awkward, well, back and forth, we see that the QB disappeared and Beerus left. We gotta report back to Zeno-sama. So everything here is normal. Just enjoy your day. And everyone whose eyes were wide and looked towards Naruto. Who was that? That was the QB no Yoko. I see now why they left me. What do you mean? My parents. I actually lied. As Naruto began to tell them what truly happened back in his life and where he was from. And after telling them the whole story, we see Goku and Vegeta with narrowed eyes. Well, kid, if anything, I must say that you have done a fine job deciding to come here, leaving them behind, because those people are nothing more than selfish, narcissistic bastards who would do anything to make you the one guilty and make them the one vulnerable in any and all states. And you should be glad that they are the ones left there to suffer. But you're not that kind of lucky as well, said a bald-headed man that arrived there. What do you mean? Well, for one, you gotta train with these two numbskulls here. All they do is train. Yeah, our dad trains a lot, you know? As Goten said this, as now we see Naruto looking at them with a gulp, and now we have a time skip. It took Naruto a few years to get used to the new technological world and training with the two Saiyans and keeping up with them. And thanks to the hyperbolic time chamber, Naruto spent a year there with them, and he was able to learn a lot. Thanks to there, and thanks to Popo and Dende being there, the time chamber was reversed in such a way that the time would pass, but they wouldn't age in that time chamber any longer. And now we see Naruto coming out of time chamber. His build was lean and a little bit muscular, and his hair has grown a lot, going down to his waist, similar to Broly. And he was looking at all of them, as they were looking at him in surprise. What? You have grown up. You have been in there for a year, and you look what? Like, I'm actually now 13. Even if we tried to slow down the time, it still went by some years. I've trained enough. Yeah, can't believe the kid's able to enter the Super Saiyan Blue state already, said Goku. Yeah, and we have a lot of battles out there. I must say, you have earned my respect, said Vegeta. Thanks, Vegeta. And that is when they sensed a huge power level entering the stratosphere and landing right in front of them. It was a female version of Goku, wearing the Saiyan armor. So you must be my brother, I believe. As now we see a huge woman, almost tall as Broly, standing there. She has the same level of chakra as, power level as Broly, meaning that if she enters her berserk state, we might. Yeah, I know. We gotta be careful with her, Vegeta. Hi, you must be another Saiyan. As they were talking, their eyes widened to see that Naruto was there, shaking her hand. Please make yourself at home. I believe you want to meet Goku, right? Or Kakarot? Yes, I'm looking for my brother. My name is Goki, and I'm from. Well, I was from planet. Never mind. I'm here for him. And I have a word with our prince. They might be over there. What do you want, Saiyan? Prince Vegeta. First of all, thank the Saiyan gods that you're safe. And second of all, why are you still stuck in this rock? You could have come back. We Saiyans are gathering around once more, as we were scattered. There is no need. Live where you live. As your king and the prince, this is my first and last order. The planet of Saiyans is destroyed. Planet Vegeta is no more. But you all who scattered remain. Live your life. Do not waste it around fighting against Frieza. If they also want or wish to fight him, tell them that our revenge is already taken, because I, with my own hands, have killed him twice. As Goki's eyes wide, I see. Then I will tell the others as such. Hey, how did you get this car? I met this asshole named Broly. He, out of nowhere, went berserk, and I had to take him down. You took down Broly? On your own, said Goku. Yeah, he was an idiot who think he could, after going berserk, take down anyone. Unlike him, I can control my powerful state. Called the Super Saiyan, I believe. Oh, you mean this? Naruto said as he entered into the Super Saiyan 1 state, his eyes from blue going green, as his golden hair was now a little shader of yellow and was pulsing. Impressive. What else you can do? As now we see Naruto showing her all the states as she entered in her own state, causing her body to go a little bit bulkier and larger. As she looked at Naruto with clean white eyes. How about we have a fight? Not here, said Vegeta. How about in the hyperbolic time chamber? As we see both of them going inside, and they were locked for a day. And after a day, when we see all of them standing outside, pacing back and forth, we see Dende arrive there. Why are you guys still back and forth? I fixed the hyperbolic time chamber to back to its original state. Oh shit, meaning a few years passed down there, right? Yes, why? Oh no, we gotta open the door, Vegeta. Shit. As we see, both of them open the door, only to find that Naruto walked out with Goki, and Goki was carrying a kid. Whoa, what the hell? Said Chi-Chi. Naruto, you better explain yourself, son. What the hell went down in there? Well, you see, Nesan, as Naruto began to explain that how their battle turned into that of admiration for one another and then later on turned into a friendship. And from there on, they started to develop a crush and how they fall in love and decided to marry and had a kid. And before they could continue, the hyperbolic time chamber experience came to an end, and hence an year came to an end. So they were brought out. I see. That was quite a ride, wasn't it? And are you satisfied with him? I mean, you know, as Goku was punched by his wife. Not that like that, honey. I mean, staying with him and not leaving him. I must say so myself. And ask this question, said Vegeta. He is our little brother, and we as his older brothers must know that if you have intentions of harming him or not. I would never do that, my prince. And if he, for one, is my soulmate, then I will be stick by him, in the good and in the bad. I will fight throughout the God of Wars, even with him or for him. That's the spirit. Now, Naruto, being married is a huge responsibility, and women can be in a pain in the ass. As let's just say Bulma and Chi Chi went full Sage mode on them. And after that, we see many years passed. And now, after 10 years, we see Naruto and Goki were living a normal and happy life right next to Goku, and both Goku and Naruto were farming. And thanks to Naruto's intelligence somewhat, thanks to his genes, he was able to, aside from being a warrior, being a nice chef, was able to open a restaurant, and Goku was able to teach Goku how to cook aside from eating. And both of them were able to make steady income as well. Meaning that both Chi-Chi and Goki were happy with this, and let's just say in the part-time they trained as well and taught their kids. And while this was going on in this world, we go towards the world where the other two siblings had to fight. They won the war. Oh yes, they did. But now we see Menma with the one eye lost, wearing an eye patch, and Mito with one arm gone, wearing a metal chakra arm, standing there. In front of them was thousands and thousands of, Zetsus that they have killed. Last two remaining soldiers standing. Humanity has fallen, and they were the only ones remaining there. And today they have killed the one cause of it. And that was none other than Madara Uchiha himself, alongside the Otsuzukis. And after their fierce battle, they were reminiscing and were going to restart the world. But before they could do that, they were stopped by a same figure that made their brother disappear. You're the Shinigami that appeared many years before. Yes, I did. If our brother had to fight, you mean he was the only one who was gonna survive? No. If he was here and he was treated well, things could have been turned out different. All of you would have been allies, and all of you would have been surviving, and Madara wouldn't have gotten a chance to cause a war for these many years. Then why didn't you bring him back? Why would I? The kid made a choice. He didn't want any part of this world anymore. It was too painful for him, so he left. I see. So what can we do now? We want to start the world again. Bring back the loved ones. That is why I'm here, and this is the reward. Only a few people from each nation will be revived with good heart. Meaning your parents may or may not be revived. We accept that, said Mito, and Menma nodded. And lo and behold, Kakashi and some of the friends from their group were able to be revived, alongside the older generation, but not their parents. And in some other villages, same people could be said were revived. Meaning now the Shinobi Nation's population was down to only 8,000 people in general, with Shinobis, Konoichis, and civilian and kids combined. The rest, they died. They couldn't be revived. 8,000 people have been brought back to this earth. You too are chosen as the generals and the kings. You two have to find a partner suitable enough and settle down. Wait, there's one thing I need to know, said Mito. What about Naruto? How is he? As the image of Naruto happily living with his family was shown, this is his wife, and this is their child. He named it Mito, after you, as Mito had tears in her eyes with a smile on her face. Just because at one of their birthdays she gave him a chocolate, he still remembered her gesture, like she could remember giving it to him and being happy about it. I see. So he was able to find happiness. Yes. But that doesn't mean that his world is, well, not completely devoid of threats. What do you mean? Said Man Meter. Oh, that is a war that he and his friends could win easily. His new family. You don't have to worry about that. He is strong, even if he looks like that. And sooner or later, he will make a stand. And you, by the time then, I'm like sure that you'll see. As after that, we see the Shinigami disappear, leaving both of the siblings shocked, at the same time being cheered on by the group of peoples that were revived. They knew they had a long journey ahead of them, but they were still worried about their brother now. After seeing his happy face, they didn't want him to go through what they had. But it was, without their reach, they couldn't do anything. And Shinigami told them that they shouldn't need to worry. And as for Naruto, he was happy. Happy in general. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace